Hey everyone, welcome to the Rich Girl Workshop live here on Facebook. Okay, I am going to tell you I've started a minute early because I'm pretty excited to tell you a craziest thing I never would be that pumped about ever. But we live in particular times. We live in times where we're going to be telling our grandchildren will be telling their grandchildren about these times. Yeah, so this Friday, pretty excited, I'm having my haircut. I actually have an appointment for my haircut. I'm so excited. And what this means also is hair color. And that is going to relieve my husband because he's had to do my hair color like a couple times during the quarantine. So I am really excited about that. Finally, my bangs will be professionally cut. Little things that can trip us up, just the little things that just can make all the difference in the world, trip us up completely. Hey, I wanted just to share with you, but before we begin our, thank you, Bridget. Oh my gosh, Bridget, my girlfriend from Germany, national sales director, super fabulously successful, big-hearted, wonderful speaker, fabulous trainer. Met her when I was doing some work in Germany for Mary Kay Cosmetics, and she is on. Thank you. Hey, Pat. Hi, Pat Danforth. Oh, my national girlfriends. I love it when they come on. Thank you. What a wonderful gift to have you on. So I want you to know also, for those of you who are joining us brand new, maybe you've never been on the Rich Girl Workshop before, but this isn't all free. This is all free. You can just access it anytime. We also have a YouTube channel now. You can go to Suzanne Brothers. That's my professional last name. Best way to find me, Suzanne Brothers, Rich Girl, and you'll go right to the channel with all of these 15-minute segments on. And I love the topics. And where do I get these topics from are things that I've been thinking about. Things that have been occurring to me over the last, 4 decades that are in my brain that I just have to get out. So if any of this helps you, I am so appreciative of any of your comments, and I know everybody else is too. So thank you for commenting. And Catherine Hell is on. Thank you for being here. Deb Fox is on from Texas. Thanks for being on as well. This is a little bit unusual topic. I know when you saw it, you probably thought to yourself, what the heck is she talking about? But this is an area that has been heavy on my mind for a long time. So I'm going to be kind of personal during these comments. And please feel free to make your comments anytime, okay? So the topic today on Rich Girl is, ain't nobody gonna like you all the time. Okay, yes, it's true. Not everybody is going to like you. Is that a shock? Okay, I guess that was a shock for me because I had to write about it. So my basic needs in the world are about love, belonging, and connecting. So if my thought is that someone doesn't like me, I'm going to tell you it creates a storm of emotional waves, like uncontrollable for me. And there are many, I'm telling you, there are many people in my life, in business, in family, in everything, who've criticized me over the years. Okay, that's normal, right? That we all have that. And they've criticized me with cause. I have offended without knowing. I have hurt without intention. I have stepped on toes with no thought of where I was stepping. I have said things that made promises I didn't remember or I failed to follow up on. I am sure of that. There are many things, I'm probably the biggest percentage of things I will never know about because I wasn't ever made aware of them. But then what happens for me, maybe it happens for you, is I get this shame storm, regret and sorrow that follow. Oh my gosh, it doesn't sound healthy, does it? Well, here's what I can share with you that I know for sure, that this is really part of the plan. You're gonna mess up, you guys. We're all gonna mess up. We're going to mess up if we're working with people. And if we're going to have any place in the world, we are going to be working with people. Working with people, yeah, you know what? It can be hard. It can be hurtful. It can be downright painful. And your intention, I'm telling you, my intention, your intention, no, never, ever, ever, never has it ever been our need was never to cause pain or sadness to ever. We never wanted that. But it is a fact. It's a fact that we all say things that was not heard in the intention that we meant it. Misunderstandings, I know, many times come from the lack of communication. And actually, these days, maybe even too much communication since we have so much time together. but it can come from either one, the lack of it or too much of it. I have learned much. I've learned much about those who've told me how I've screwed up or how I've not told me anything at all and ghosted me and then blamed me for their failure. I still learn from that. But this is tough. This is rough, isn't it? It's rough. And if you have had that experience, I want you to comment in the comment section. Just get it off your chest. Just say it. I mean, it helps to get this stuff off your chest because none of us are perfect. You know, I will tell you that this kind of stuff has happened to me more times than you all might think. And it's also happened with people that I never in my wildest dreams would ever have imagined it to. And I will say that many times they were right. I needed a very hurtful and hard lesson. And there's always truth within every criticism. A little tiny bit, but there's always some truth in it. You know, as long as we're growing and breathing, we're going to be subject to being hurt by others. I'm going to be 93 years old, and I'm still going to be making mistakes, bruising people's feelings, saying the wrong thing, omitting something, or not responding where I should have, because we are all imperfect beings. We're human. We're human, and that's kind of what humans do. Okay, now that's not to take lightly of it. That's not to say, okay, now we have no responsibility. Ha ha ha, we're just all perfect or imperfect or whatever. But I know this, that I'm also going to be 93 years old and hopefully being of service and support to others. And so will you, my friend. So will you. It's really the yin and the yang of life. You know, it really is. So the next part is actually not fun. So I'm going to pause for a second and look at some of your comments. Bridget, thank you. Oh, I love that. Kay, hi, Kay, and Becky. Oh, okay. Yeah, me too, Becky. I look forward to what I'm gonna look like on the next one. Hopefully, it's better hair. Oh, Bridget, we'll never forget the dead horse. I should bring that back. That's a really good thing. Maybe next week, Bridget, I'm gonna bring back the dead horse. Megan, thank you. I love who you are. Oh, I love you, And Teresa, thanks for being on. Tracy. Yeah. Tracy says ghosted. That's heartbreaking. Yeah, it really is. Well, this next part, I got to tell you that this next part is not fun because you can be messed up emotionally. If these experiences take too deep of roots, it can stop you. It can even be the reason that you put down your dreams or go elsewhere or don't face something square on. That could be the reasons for them is because, you know, people who are hurt will hurt others. You guys have heard that before. But the other side of this, and there is always another side. Thanks, Aquila, for coming on. Another side who have been friendshipped. The other side of it is people you have trained, taught, loved, supported, been family to. These efforts have been there. And I know that because of the place reserved for the influence that we offer, it makes a huge difference. Countless people have thanked us. They have. They've thanked us. They've sent us heartfelt notes. They've given gifts. They've continued to call us. They've continued to text. They've continued to want us to speak at different events. They've continued to be in our lives. Okay, that has happened to all of us. And has this voice for you been larger than your critic's voice? The people who criticize you or find fault in yes? I want you to say yes, yes, yes. Their voice is louder because those who took the time to appreciate you and revalidate you, they need to be given a bigger space within your emotional image of yourself. So please give them more space. Now, still talking about space, okay, let's talk about space for a second. Deb's got a good comment on here. Hi, Jeanette. I always love it when she's on. Marissa, thank you for coming on. And Diane Hines, thank you. Okay, so still in this place, because we have a place for all the good people in our life, but always save a place for your critics too. The day I don't hear their voice is the day that I know I'm going to lose humility, humanity, and an important part of learning myself through the necessary changes that I need to make. And I need to make them, and I can make them. None of us should ever get so big to ever think that we have no room for improvement. So here's what I know. If you're going to be a true follower of Christ and in service to others, we're going to be experiencing people who don't like us or don't understand us or don't want to be in our sphere of influence. They might judge much of what we do, and they may even think that they know us pretty well. And they they will maybe even be more than happy to spread some news about what they think they know about us. So all that is not a truth about you, my friends. All of that negative stuff is not a truth about you. It's a truth about them. Some people will listen to the critics. Some people will believe them, and they'll even take sides. But after all, after all the news that isn't any news anymore, after all blows over and it's yesterday's talk, then that person usually finds another someone to villainize, or someone else to persecute, or gossip about, or give false witness to. Because some people need to have a villain in their life. They just need that. They need to have the drama. I don't know why. I've never figured it out. But that's what some people need, is a villain. Maybe it's a lack of wanting to take responsibility for their own life or their own responsibilities just in general. So this is a valuable lesson for me. Don't poke the bear, okay? Don't poke that bear. Allow things to blow over. And in the meantime, please practice. In this time, please practice self-care and the humble tutoring of God's Spirit to you. Because within those times of stress, when there are people who are talking about you, gossiping about you, whatever, that is a real hurtful time, and you can feel negative energy in you. Self-care is really important, and also learning how God is tutoring you. Okay, so all this comes with your call to be who you are, and that is a leader. If you're on this call, then you're a leader. If you're on this call, you want a richer life. I'm not talking about finances. I am talking about a richer life. And there's no way to get around it unless you're not going for anything at all in your life. Okay, then you might not have any problems with people. But playing safe is so not going to help here. No, because there's still hurt, there's still rejection, there'll still be misunderstandings, or even brokenness in growing or developing someone. Yeah, leadership requires that. It does. You are going to be heartbroken. Just know that. And you know that if you're going to comment on here, you've seen this. Okay, look at all these comments, you guys. Yes, Megan, you're right. Self-care is so crucial. So if we're worried about offending people, then we're not going to be saying too much. There will be this electric fence around our head and around our thoughts. Always what we're going to say, and that won't bring you forward. It's never going to bring you forward. So just be careful that you're not always worried about offending people. Seriously. Okay, now here's the rest of the story. Many people, well over the majority, will really appreciate you for who you are. Those are the people that you're supposed to reach. They will get you. They like you. They have your back. They give you grace when you mess up, and you do the same for them. They allow you to be imperfectly you, and you allow them to be imperfectly them. I really believe that most people, and I've said this so many times to my organization because it's a lesson I've learned in the last 2-3 years. I really believe that most people really are doing their best. I also believe that most people in life that you meet, know, or are surrounded by have something pretty major that they are struggling with. So just keep that in mind whenever you are tempted to say hurtful things, that most people are having a pretty major struggle in their lives, somewhere in their life. Okay, now here's what we create. We create a culture of sisterhood, and that has lots and lots of room for grace. It has lots of room for making mistakes, even having do-overs like I talked about a couple of times ago. But just make sure that you practice the very thing that you want extended to you. That's the golden rule, isn't it? Yes, that's the golden rule. Live the golden rule with everyone as much as you can. So, my friends, don't hide your talent or skill under a rock. No matter what rock it is, don't hide it. Protect your light, yes, but still let your light shine while others are even trying to blow it out, okay? Protect it, okay? Don't let somebody blow out your goodness. Don't let anybody take away your muchness, okay? Please do not try and then keep trying to get people to like you who don't. Okay, it's exhausting work. You know what I mean? Seriously, comment on that, right? Comment on that. Exhausting work for trying to get someone to like you all the time. And then what happens is that we keep trying, and then we go back, and then we do something else, and then we do something else. The good you keep giving that time and effort to those individuals or those groups of people or that community or whatever it is will take you far, far, far away from the positive, good people that you could have given help to, support to, love to, friendship to, but somehow we missed them. We missed them because we were looking over here trying to help these people over here who never will give it in the end. Okay? Don't miss that, you guys, seriously. Okay, what have you written to me? Thank you. I know this is a good subject because it's been on my mind for a really long time. Okay, I have a few thoughts here. I have a few thoughts that I want to be with, and I don't want to hurry this, so stick with me, you guys. I believe that we cannot lead from hurt or fear. If we self-protect, that means that leadership is about us. When we're self-protecting, then our leadership is all about us. It's never about us, you guys. Seriously, it's never about us. We must be all about the other person if we truly want to lead with integrity. When we choose our own comfort over hard conversations, when we choose our comfort because we don't want to have a hard conversation, isn't that the epitome of privilege? It corrodes trust. It moves us away from meaningful and lasting change. Hope you heard that. A real life story comes to mind, and I'm going to be very honest and open, and my daughter may be hearing this, but I think it's okay because, this part is over. I planned a day with one of my daughters, and we're going to take the kids and the newborn baby out to the park, lunch, and a parade that was happening downtown. However, the entire time that we were together, she was really short with me and the kids, just short and kind of nippy. And it seemed that she didn't want to be around me. As I especially felt it. I was internalizing her mood, her attitude, and on. And some things that I even said to her, she ignored me or turned her head or looked away. She never smiled at me. She never carried on a conversation that existed more than yes or no or a huh. And my thought line, in my thought line was clearly something. She's angry with me. She doesn't want to spend time with me. Oh no, dear God, what have I done? Okay, I needed to change my thought line to something else, something healthy. Observation. Don't make this about me. She's hurting. She needs my help. Okay, change it. I finally said to her, you seem sad. You seem like you're not yourself. Tell me, is it me? She said no. I kind of get choked up about this. She said no, and then she told me that how depressed she was after having a baby and not having control over her new life with 3 little kids and the extra weight that wouldn't come off. And she said, look at me. I even have to wear my husband's t-shirts. Well, I'll tell you, everything changed. My thought line changed, my feeling line changed, and certainly my actions and attention to her and the result changed. I think it made a significant impact on our relationship. Okay, being brave enough to ask in a situation when someone's behavior has changed, this can alter the entire future of the relationship. Its validation to others can bring a whole new breed of trust and openness. The advice that we can take is act as if you do belong, that you are liked, and that people's emotions are theirs, not yours. If you act as if you belong, you're going to be 99% right, even when things are not the greatest energy. So you do have your own thoughts and feelings. Of course you do. And you have to be sympathetic and understanding. That does not mean that you take on others people's stuff and make it yours. Sympathy, empathy does not mean you get right in that same boat with them. No, you kind of help them out. We'd be well to be loving and kind and offer help and support rather than take someone's actions personal or hurtful to us. Now, I know it's true that we sometimes may not have control of the outcome, what other people think, what conclusions they come to with the lack of information for all parties. Man, when there's a lack of information, it can be a mess, can't it? Yeah, but we can control how we react to something a situation. It's all about having the courage to show up and to react in a way that does not take your power away. So ask clarifying questions and stop assuming negative things. All right, breathe deep, you guys. Breathe deep and find the strength to leave what's mean-spirited. Okay, leave what's mean-spirited on the ground. Okay, let it drop to your feet and don't pull in hatefulness close to your heart. Don't pull it in. Don't mess with it. You guys, you've said some great things to me. Wow. Yes. Thank you. Robin's on too. Wonderful comments. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Aquila. Wow. Okay. So here's what I want to leave you with. Thank you for coming on. And again, you can catch Rich Girl Session on YouTube. Search under Suzanne Brothers Rich Girl, and that channel will come up. And we've also have some subscriptions now. They've been on last week. I checked it. There were 7 people. Oh my gosh, you guys, 7 people who subscribed to that. It's all free. It all comes to you every single week. Please stop this broadcast because it's actually one of the kindest things you can do. The biggest compliment you could ever give to me is just tell your friends about it. It's all solely here done to support friendship, to support love, to support things that are meaningful. And there's things that I just have to share. Okay, so God love you. I appreciate you being on today, and I'll see you next week with something about arguments. Okay, staying on this subject. Thank you guys for coming on. Love you.